Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel, where today I have two pies from Tastykake that are part of their Scoop Shop line of products, and there's quite a bit of complicated history behind these. I have banana split and I have orange cream, and these come in the classic Tastykake pie box, but strangely one of them has a window and one does not. But that's just the beginning. The Scoop Shop line of products, that started in 2019, and it's a partnership with Tastykake and Bassetts Ice Cream. These are both Philadelphia companies, but not only that, they're two of the oldest companies in Philadelphia. Tastykake goes back to 1914, and Bassetts Ice Cream goes back to 1861, so you're talking about the Civil War. Bassetts Ice Cream started in New Jersey in 1861, and they were churning ice cream using a mule that walked around, and then the owner decided to sell the finished product at a farmer's market in Philadelphia, and eventually decided to open an ice cream shop in the Reading Terminal Market, and it's still there today with the original marble counters, and it's still owned by the same family. So if you're visiting Philadelphia, it's definitely something to go to, along with the cheesesteak stops. But where it gets even more complicated is banana split was a pie that Tastykake sold, I think, as early as 2011. I've seen it, but it never was sold here. And so now all of a sudden it is sold here, but now it has the Scoop Shop slapped on it. And what this means is that this is not inspired by Bassetts Ice Cream, because it was already out before, but I never have had it before because they never sold it here. Now this one I've never heard of or seen anywhere, orange cream. It's obviously going for a creamsicle idea, but they don't either couldn't get or don't want to pay for the license. And strangely enough, again, I've looked on the menus and everything, and I don't see a creamsicle bar or flavor that you would scoop out as a ice cream. So like I say, this is a very complicated route to get to these products, and in the Scoop Shop name, because it doesn't appear that either of these products was actually inspired by an actual Bassetts Ice Cream product. So I guess we're going with the spirit of things of a high quality ice cream. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the packaging here. So here you have the Scoop Shop logo, which they've trademarked. You have the Tastykake logo, and then over here you have a wonderful image of a banana split, the cherries on top, and you have this kind of a whimsical font for the banana split. And then down here again you see the orange and the cream, but nothing on the crust, it looks like. And then you have the Macron approved French accent over the E there. And then you have this actual creamsicle here. Somebody's taken a bite out of it already. There you see the wonderful ice cream coming out of the bottom of the stick, just like you get from the ice cream truck or your freezer. And then, just as this creamsicle would be a welcome sight on a hot summer day, so would this half of an orange here. And here again you have the filling, and you have the operating system to open it here. Now this is very interesting, this photo. It's got, you can see there's cherries actually, just like on the banana split, which here's another wonderful ice cream shop image. So some very nice graphics on here. Now here they are out of the package, and suffice it to say, it's not the most inspiring image, especially compared to the images on the boxes. But the main thing I wanted to show you here is that each pie comes in its own pie tin, just like it was homemade. It's not just coming out of a mold of 100, like a tray of 100 spaces in the factory. Each pie is being baked in its own pie tin, as you can see right there. And then you see the actual, just like you made it in the oven, the little browning around the edges. But you know, that, I guess that's supposed to be the fudge sauce on top of the banana split. It's a little more of a smear, I would say. And then we got nothing here. And so now I've tried to cut both of these in half so you can see what the actual filling looks like. You see the little pie tins there, and then once again we have a less than telegenic result here, but you can see the cherries. You see the hopefully banana flavored ice cream filling, and over here you have the orange and the ice cream, whatever's filling in for the ice cream there. So hopefully the flavors will make up for the less than exciting cosmetic images here. You can see the crust sort of broke apart at the bottom rather than cleanly cut through. Now I'll say that one of my words of advice is to put a pie like this in the refrigerator, because it, especially with the ice cream theme, I think it will help also, but in general I find it's best also to keep them fresh, keep them in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to try the orange first, because when presented with an orange and a chocolate product, it's best to try the orange first, because it's theoretically the less sweet of the two. So as you can see here, I'm getting more of a Tastykake pie crust aroma than I am of a creamsicle. I do smell the cream filling though. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, it really does taste like a creamsicle. Obviously, whatever this cream filling is, the texture of it is not like ice cream. It's a little more like a slightly gummier Cool Whip, which I actually like Cool Whip. And the crust is pretty much like a homemade pie. It's not a glazed crust like Hostess or Krispy Kreme. I actually prefer those, but they have a slightly harder crust, and this is more like in a real homemade pie. Now this crust is about to fall out of the bottom because of how it broke apart when I cut it. Now this does have a little bit of a cherry aroma and maybe a hint of banana, so it's got a little more authentic aromas than the Creamsicle Orange Cream, as they call it, did. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes before it lands in my lap here. Well, that maybe it isn't sweeter than the orange cream one. It's pretty much like a good cherry pie filling on top of banana pudding. I can't complain about that. The banana filling, it is pretty much like pudding. It's not as sweet as a banana ice cream would be. But of course, the banana split is supposed to be other flavors of ice cream anyway. And then a little bit of, if you've had a Tastykake pie with chocolate frosting on top, then it's that same exact chocolate fudge flavor, which is actually pretty rich. It is more like a fudge than just, I guess it would be like a good hot fudge sauce on a banana split. Welcome to Conspiracy Wars. I'm your host, TarnationBob. Triple emergency alert as we get into the thick of the hurricane season. It's that time again. Time for me to open up a bag of barbecue pork rinds and a snack pie and watch the Weather Channel in my motel room. But it's also time for me to remind you that UFOs use these hurricanes to move around the globe so they can be undetectable, kind of like the black guy on the pharmaceutical ad. A way to move mass fleets of alien craft undetected by radar or visual satellites. So beware when you're riding the storm out at that oceanfront hotel bar. That guy next to you sipping the drink out of the coconut might be a car salesman from Parma Heights or a lizard man from Planet Purple. So until next time, keep your tinfoil hat on tight. Order your 6-month supply of colloidal silver from the Conspiracy Wars store. And keep your computer or phone tuned to Conspiracy Wars. Good night. Very impressed with how they were able to replicate these ice cream flavors. In the case of the banana split pie, I've been waiting, my God, it's been 11 years. It took them 11 years to get it here, but they finally got it. I think it was worth the wait. If you like banana desserts, whether it's banana pudding or banana flavored, I like banana milkshakes. That was something they used to have at McDonald's, I believe. Unfortunately, they gave up on that. If you're like me and you like banana treats, then I think this is definitely something you'll want to try. And if you like creamsicles, which I also do, then you'll definitely want to try the orange cream pie as well. And I think, again, put them in the refrigerator. That really helped for the ice cream simulation here. The only negative thing I can say about this is that each one of these pies is a salt bomb. They've got 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium in each one. And basically that's what helps to make the crust taste good. They have a plainer crust than a Hostess, or Krispy Kreme, but if you like a classic homemade pie crust, then you'll appreciate the quality of it. And if you don't like that, then maybe you'll give it a lower star than I do, but I accept that this is a classic Tastykake pie they're working with, and I do like that. I think probably they could have put maybe an orange or vanilla frosting on top of the orange cream pie. You might take off a star for that, but I'm impressed enough with how they pulled off the flavors that I'm going to go ahead and give both of these 5 stars out of 5. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. I hear some birds saying goodbye out there too.